Hello, white people. I am on the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences website. This is an article dated from February 2019. High pesticide exposure linked to loss of smell. A study of farmers linked high pesticide exposure, such as during spills, to later losing the sense of smell. Quick cleanup may lower risk. The sense of smell is important. It allows you to experience pleasurable aromas, blah, whatever. Let's see. A loss of smell is common in people as they age, as well as those with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. And we know from current data that Parkinson's is caused by pesticides. Environmental exposures may also contribute to the loss of smell, according to a study published January 16 in Environmental Health Perspectives. Farmers in the Agricultural Health Study who reported experiencing a high pesticide exposure event, HPEE. So remember that they're going to use this several times in the article. High pesticide exposure event, HPEE, such as getting a large amount on their skin, were more likely to have a loss of sense of smell approximately 2 decades later. Wow, that's a long time. Researchers want to do more studies to identify other causes and to determine if loss of sense of smell due to HPEEs and neurodegenerative conditions arise from the same neurological damage. Impairment of smell. Scientists asked 11,232 farmers during AHS enrollment if they had at least one HPEE, and approximately 16% reported that they had. Researchers asked the farmers 20 years later whether they had experienced a loss of smell. Those who had experienced an HPEE were nearly 50% more likely to report loss of sense of smell compared with farmers who did not report an HPEE. The study also found that farmers who had an HPEE and waited 4 or more hours to wash away the pesticide had a 2-fold higher risk of a loss of sense of smell compared with farmers who had not experienced the HPEE. The study not only suggests that unusually high exposures to pesticides may contribute to poor sense of smell among older farmers, but it also suggests that a quick cleanup with soap and water might mitigate the risk, said Dr. Hongli Chen, MD, from Michigan State University in East Lansing. Chen, who served as corresponding author and led the study, first became involved in AHS research as a member of the NIEHS epidemiology branch. Senior author Dale Sandler, PhD, chief of the NIEHS epidemiology branch, said team members tried to account for the role of specific pesticides involved in the HPEEs, but the small sample size made that difficult. However, they did find 6 substances more likely to be associated with the loss of sense of smell: the organochlorine pesticides DDT and lindane. There's DDT again. And lindane and herbicides Alachlor, metolachlor, maybe I'm saying that wrong, Alachlor, metolachlor, 4-D, and pendimethalin. We don't know what causes loss of sense of smell, but evidence from case reports and some animal studies suggests that pesticides could play a role, Sandler said. The observation provided the justification for us to take the next step. See sidebar. Okay, next step. Scratch and sniff. Although the research resulted in valuable new data, it was subjective because the farmers self-reported their loss of sense of smell. With the new NIEHS grant, Chen will administer an objective test, a scratch and sniff booklet, to a large number of AHS participants. The new study will allow Chen and his team to objectively measure the loss of sense of smell and examine the potential roles of specific pesticides as well as other factors. Agricultural Health Study. Launched in 1993, the Agricultural Health Study examines how agricultural, lifestyle, and genetic factors affect the health of more than 89,000 licensed pesticide applicators and spouses in Iowa and North Carolina. The study is a collaborative effort among scientists from the National Cancer Institute and Environmental Protection Agency and National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, and NIEHS. Well, there you go, smoking gun. Is this a smoking gun? I think it's a smoking gun. All right, white people, that's the damage for now. Thank you so much for listening. Look forward to your thoughts below.